this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral. Today is Thursday and it is raining again. It has rained all week. I had plans to film this 2 days ago, and yeah, that's not going to work out very well. If the lighting is a little bit wonky, it is because it is like literally like nighttime outside. It's not nighttime, but it's so stormy and so gloomy. I got a little bit of my filming lighting out, but sometimes that doesn't really play up anything very well as far as filming is concerned. So I am in my room, if you haven't figured that out already, and I am just sitting on the bed because everybody's here at my house, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hide in the bedroom and do this Q&A video for you guys. So on my Instagram, I had posted a picture of myself. I did this twice actually, and I asked if you all had any questions for me, and I took the time this morning and I wrote them down, and I thought about my answers because I really wasn't sure what I was going to say. So question number one, what is your favorite budget-friendly cleaners, and you know, like for laundry or cleaning the house and so on? Well, I can tell you that whenever I am pinching the pennies, there are a couple things that I can say that are a godsend. Number one, white vinegar will clean anything. It'll clean your oven, it'll clean windows, it'll do surfaces, and it's natural. So if you're looking for something that is budget friendly, I think white vinegar is really the way to go. It's also awesome for softening your clothes. You can use it in your washing machine where you load your softener, your liquid softener. I haven't done that in a long time, but I can tell you that if you are pinching the pennies, that if you add a little bit of white vinegar to your laundry, like when you're doing sheets and towels, number one, it's a great deodorizer, but number two, it just makes your towels and your sheets so much softer. You'd be surprised that something so inexpensive works the way it does. I love it. The other thing is, I would say that baking soda is one of my by far favorite things. I use it all the time to clean out like bathroom sinks. It's great for stain remover. And I just love it. I know that I did a video a long time ago where I did a couple squirts of Dawn liquid soap, some baking soda, and some white vinegar, and then the rest with really hot water, and I mopped my house with it. I will tell you that if you want to give your floors a super deep clean, or your bathrooms a super deep clean, that by far to me is as potent as any expensive cleaners that are out there. So hopefully that kind of answers y'all's question about what I think as far as budget friendly and what I like to use. Okay, question number two. Do you still do monthly prep? And if so, has it changed over the years? It definitely has changed over the years because I don't have as many people living in the house, but I still do monthly prep. I haven't done a monthly prep video in a really long time. I used to do a lot of freezer meals. I used to do, you know, go ahead and wash all of my veggies up, which I still do that, but probably have steered away a little bit from doing freezer meals. Not because it was a bad idea, but just because that meal planning for me has been pretty simple. I know that when I had kids in school and you know, I had smaller, younger kids to look after, freezer meals and being ahead of the game was really, really important. I know that recently I did a video on my lasagna rolls, and if you've watched it, and if you haven't, I'll link it down below in the description box. But with the lasagna rolls, you know, I don't just make one pan, I make 2 pans, and that helps me prepare for a second meal, and it makes it so much easier on me. In fact, I think we may be eating those lasagna rolls tonight that I put in the freezer. It's so easy to make sides, but you know, like the main course sometimes takes a little bit more time, and I know that being prepared is so important. But I do have, I would say that since my kids are grown, that my time has lessened up a bit, and you know, I have more time to prepare dinner every evening, and so I probably don't prep like I used to, but I do try to keep it in mind to keep prepping because it really is so helpful. Question number 3. What have you been eating? And basically they want to know, what have I been eating? What is my exercise? And do I eat the same things as I fix my guys? I do eat the same things that I fix my guys, but I may fix it on my plate just a little bit differently. For one thing, I have cut pretty much all pastas and breads and basically have been avoiding carbs altogether. So if we have a spaghetti night, a lot of times I will take the pasta sauce and put it on a bed of spinach and eat mine that way. I'll eat a bunless burger if we have burger night. And I always make myself have a cheat night every week. So if I may go out for Chinese or McDonald's or something, but I never deprive myself of enjoying things. I just have gotten smarter with how I order things. A lot of times I'll go out and, like, if I eat Chinese, a lot of times I like just the steamed vegetables, and I avoid the rice because rice is very, very fattening. And if I go out for ice cream, you know, I won't get the blast with all the candy in it. I will just get a small ice cream cone. So I'm not really depriving myself of what I enjoy. It's just less. As far as exercise is concerned, I'm still hitting the track. I used to post my playlist music, my exercise music on my personal Facebook page. I know you guys were really getting into that. I kind of quit doing that. But I have not quit going to the track. For one thing, in my neighborhood, it's not a good idea to go to the track by yourself, so I always make sure I take one of my guys with me, or I hit up somebody else that's going to the track, because it's not a good idea in my neighborhood to be by yourself. But I still go as often as I possibly can, and when I do go to the track, I have been power walking, so I power walk between 2 and 3 miles at a time. Let's see, I do a lot of stretching, not particularly yoga, but I do a lot of stretching, and I have been doing a lot of swimming. And I know that, you know, you guys probably seen pictures of me sitting on my lounger in the pool and enjoying the sun, and I do that. But when I go in the pool, I really actually do swim, and I count how far I swim, and I calculate it, and I play games with the kids, and you know, we just kind of try to make it into some kind of form of exercise. I will tell you, the track is not very attractive when it's 100 degrees outside, or like days like today and this entire week, and it has literally poured down the rain. So, you know, on those days I really don't do anything at all, I'm gonna confess. But I'm a very active person. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know I'm not the type of person just to sit around. I'm always cleaning and cooking and painting furniture here recently, and you know, just doing things, picking up the yard, and just being active with my kids and going places. And so I'm not really a sit still kind of gal to start with. But if you guys are interested, I have lost about 35 pounds, and I have managed to keep it off, which I have been really proud of myself. I know on Instagram I've been sharing some of my outfits not because I'm trying to be boastful about my clothing, because by no means do I have expensive clothing. I do not. But I am so psyched that I am either able to buy things that I have seen in the stores that I have had my eye on, but I've not really felt comfortable enough to wear, or I've had stuff in my closet that actually fits me. And you know, like I am one of these types of people. Now, if you guys are this kind of gal, you would understand that a lot of times I will buy myself an outfit that's like a size smaller than I need, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work really hard and I'm gonna get into that outfit. That's the kind of person I am. So you can imagine that I had a lot of those outfits set aside for when I lost the right amount of weight and I'd be able to wear. And so I have been able to enjoy those outfits, and it is a good feeling, guys. It is a really good feeling. I've not deprived myself of food whatsoever. I still eat until I am full and I cannot eat anymore. But I have learned to manage what I eat. I'm not on Weight Watchers. I'm not on any kind of diet. I've just decided that I wanted to get healthier. I wanted to lose some weight, and I felt like it was very important for me to do so. And so with that being said, you know, I just do what I know that works for me. Also too, I will tell you that I drink a ridiculous amount of water. Nobody ever has to accuse me, no doctor, nobody will ever say that I don't drink enough water, because I drink buckets of water in a day's time. I always have been that way. I've never had an issue with drinking water. I know people say they can't stand to drink it, they don't like the taste of it. But that's never been an issue for me. When I grew up, I lived in a household where my mother would not allow soda. We didn't have a lot of junk food and stuff lying around, and so on occasion she would make iced tea, but most of the time us kids got water. And so I drank a lot of water, and because of that upbringing, I drink a lot of water. Now, does that mean that I don't have an occasional soda? No, that does not mean that. I've been enjoying the Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry, and you know, I have a couple of those every week, but probably not more than that. In the summertime when it's really, really hot, I do like to go to Sonic. I like to get a Route 44 during happy hour, and I will get a Diet Dr. Pepper. But I really go to get the ice because I love munching on the actual ice in the cup. And sometimes I don't even drink the soda. I just eat all the ice and dump the soda out. I know that's crazy, but I like the soda flavored ice. I'm a weirdo. Question number 4. What was the craziest thing that you have ever done? I thought this question was so random, but they did share with me what the craziest thing was that they had done. And I haven't really done a lot of crazy things, like off the wall, crazy things. But I would have to say the most craziest thing I ever did was get married the way that I did. I met my husband. That's the next question. How did you and your husband meet? So I was in college, and the dean of the college took a big liking to me because my major was music, and he was also not only the dean of the college, but he was head over the music department. And so he introduced me to Scott, and I was quite smitten by his southern charm, and he was from Memphis. And anyhow, fell head over heels in love. And we decided we were going to get married. So I called my parents up from school and I tell them I'm getting married, and we're thinking maybe an October wedding, because I always either wanted an October wedding or a Christmas wedding. I have no idea why. But that's what I've always wanted. Well, we kept moving the date up, and we decided that we were going to elope. So I called my mom and I said, okay, I don't know what you and Dad think about this, but we're going to get married Friday. And so that's exactly what we did. My parents weren't at my wedding. His mother found out that this was happening, and she basically threw us a wedding. It wasn't anything big and fancy. I did buy a wedding dress, and my mother-in-law was a florist. She did all the flowers. And then we ordered a cake, and it was just very basic and very simple. But I would have to say that that was probably the craziest thing in the world, because now that I'm a mom, I figure my mom and dad was having a literal meltdown heart attack. But I can remember something that my mother said to me. She said, if you did this any other way, it just simply wouldn't be you. So, well, I don't know if that was a good comment or a bad comment, but we got married, and that was probably the craziest thing I have ever done. Probably the second thing, craziest thing is within a year, that year, I was not only a wife, but I became a mother. So I would have to say that crazy happened in the year of 95. This is the last question. This is question number 6. And that is, what is your favorite meal that you make? And that is so simple to answer, because if you all have been watching me for a while, you guys know that my most favorite meal to make is Thanksgiving dinner. I pull out all the stops. I make homemade rolls, I make the turkey, the stuffing, salads, the drinks. I do preparation. You guys know I do prepping for Thanksgiving videos. I've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 videos I did last year for Thanksgiving, and I'll link that playlist down below if you guys want to check that out. But I just love thinking about the tablescape and who's going to be there and how the food's going to be set up. And because my house is small, most generally the food setup is always the same. It's like in a buffet form. Everybody gets a plate and we get in a line and we help ourselves, and then we all sit wherever we want to. I like making my home a place where you can feel comfortable. There's no fine dining here necessarily. The food is good, but there's no fine dining. I like everybody to be at ease and comfortable, and I love doing Thanksgiving dinner. That is kind of my thing. I don't fry my turkey. Somebody asked me that. No, my father fries his turkey, but I never fry the turkey, because I feel like Thanksgiving, when people come into your house, they should be able to smell that turkey roasting in the oven, and they should be able to smell those rolls baking up. And that to me pleases me more than anything. I love Thanksgiving. I love having all of my kids around the table, and I figure I will be trying my very best to make Thanksgiving as big as possible this year, because my son is going to deploy next year. And so, you know, that's going to be hard on this mom. But we take holidays, and I know I've said this before in one of my Thanksgiving videos, but you know, we take so many things for granted, and we have so much to be thankful for. So Thanksgiving is really a reflection time, especially for me personally, on what we have to be thankful for. And I'm so thankful for everything that I have. And I'm going to end this video with saying that I am so thankful that you guys have taken the time to watch this Q&A video. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I will be talking to you all again soon. I hope you all have been enjoying all of the video content that I have been putting out. I have been doing videos and releasing them every day from Sunday to Friday. It's been a lot of work, but it's also been a lot of fun, and I hope you all have enjoyed, and I will be talking to you all again soon. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my rainy day. In fact, I gotta go cook dinner. So I will talk to you all again soon. Bye, guys.